good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. Yeah, here in Kenya, the East Africa, it's around 10 at around 6 p.m. I promised you that we were to remember. Our life was actually disrupted because of rain. The rains were really coming heavy on us, so we had to at least cut it so that we can continue. Yeah, so I hope you and yours, you're doing great. You take somebody, a special person, you take her out or you take him out. They're actually women who have money, so they can take their men out, and then we have men who also take their women out, which is a good thing. Yeah. So if maybe you're at home like me on a Friday and maybe you have nothing to do, just seated there, maybe relaxing or just bored, then this is the right place to be. Yeah, this is where I tell you what happened. We actually remained with around 5 bizarre stories. So my promise was I'll read what we remained with and then I'll top up with what has been happening during the week. So I'm trying to at least see what I'm doing here, because I'm trying to at least monitor if maybe we are live or not. So before I begin, that is what I'm actually checking here on this other side to make sure that we are live. Yeah, it's really taking my time. Yeah, it's taking a while to actually open, but I believe soon it will, so that we can know if we are live or not. You know, at times the internet really messes up, but that is what I'm trying to at least find out, yeah, before we continue. Yeah, it's also very cold out here. It has been raining here in Kisii. Yeah, you know, Kisii is a place whereby we normally experience like heavy rains from January to January. Yeah, there are very few months where there is no rain, or maybe there is scarcity of rainfall, but we are very blessed and we are thankful for that. Yeah, I understand it's a Friday. Most people are normally out there enjoying themselves. Some are maybe bored in the house with nothing to do. Yeah, so my internet is actually misbehaving. I'm trying to at least restart it before we start, and it's actually giving me some attitude. Yeah, so that is what I'm trying to at least check, if maybe we are live. Maybe if you can see me, or if maybe if you've come across our live, then kindly comment. Are you serious, bro? This person is called Attila, bro. Attila Boros or what? Hello to Attila. Yeah, my internet is actually misbehaving, though I've seen your message there. So I do not really know what why you asking if I'm serious. I'm serious with what? So that is also my question. I'm returning the question to you. Yeah, I'm serious actually. I'm live. So my internet is misbehaving and I do not really know the reason as to why. Yeah, I'm trying to find out if we are live. They can see some 10 people there. Okay, since my internet is misbehaving and I promised you I was to read you the your place blessed, not like us, no rain from January to January. I'm sorry for that, Brenda. This is Brenda. Brenda is saying that where she is, there's no rain from January to January. Maybe it might come. Brenda, you need to pray hard for the rains. Yeah. So my the only problem I'm having here is the internet is really misbehaving, but I believe we are live. Yeah. So my internet on the other side is not working, so we'll just continue. Yeah, from where we left. So we got to the 8th bizarre story when we were reading at around 6 p.m. in the evening. So yeah, we were stopped. I actually want to apologize for that because it's because of the rain issues. Like it was raining heavily and we couldn't continue since there was a lot of noise coming from the roof, right? So on the 8th bizarre story, it says escaped emu predicts winter duration. So that is the title of this story. It says an emu named Enzo escaped from an animal sanctuary in Ontario. Ontario is in Canada or where? I think so. Leading to an unscheduled run through town and was reported to have predicted 6 more weeks of winter. Yeah, which much like the tradition of the groundhog. So this is an emu is a bird actually, which escaped. This is a bird known as Enzo. So this bird escaped from where it was kept in Ontario, and went. It led to an unscheduled run through town. So it went through town and passed maybe a few places, and then this Enzo, this bird actually predicted like there are 6 more. You know, there are countries, let me say that, or maybe continents that are experiencing what we call winter. Yeah, at this time. So Enzo is saying that the winter is going to at least increase. Yeah, for 6 more weeks. Like if maybe you thought like now you've escaped winter, now Enzo here in Ontario is saying that you have 6 more weeks. That is a month plus 2 weeks. A month plus 2 weeks. So Enzo has said that if maybe you thought like you've escaped, or maybe you are coming out of the winter period, winter season, then do not smile about that, because there will be more, like 6 more weeks to go. So that is according to Enzo, not according to maybe the weather the people, what do we call them, weather forecast. Yeah, so that was our 8th bizarre story, and then moving on to the 9th. Now this 9th really shocked me because it says cow develops tool use technique. Cow develops tool use technique. That is the title, and it says a clever cow named Veronica figured out multiple ways to use a broom to scratch herself, making the first time a cow has been observed using a tool. Like this is a very bright cow. Yeah. Okay, let me call it a very special cow, since this cow, like, she found a way to use a broom. What I do not really understand is, was this cow, how did the cow hold the broom? But they're saying the cow named Veronica figured out multiple ways to use a broom to scratch herself, making the first time a cow has been observed using a tool. Like, have you ever seen a cow using a tool. Yeah, using a tool to at least scratch herself. I've never ever in my entire life, like never ever. So this Veronica, the cow named Veronica, found out a way of how to use a broom. Yes, a broom to scratch herself. Like I feel itchy somewhere here. So she takes the broom, scratches herself, and relaxes. Yeah, this is amazing. So we have somebody known as Little Foxy said hi. Hi to Little Foxy. And then we have Eloise Dan said God bless you. Saying his battery. If your battery is running out, maybe you can, if you have what we call electricity. Yeah, I actually the day I was speaking to a friend of mine from Nigeria, and the guy told me, like, in Nigeria there is something known as power rationing. Like, there are time that they have power, and then there is time that they do not have power. So it's very unfortunate. We also experience such actually here in my place, here in the village, yeah, in Kenya. At times, we normally on Thursdays, like yesterday, power goes for around, although it never takes too long before it comes back. It went for, it normally on Thursdays, it goes for around 2 hours plus, and then maybe from 7 to almost 9. Yeah, so we normally do not have power during that time. Yeah, you're saying your battery is low. I apologize for that, bro. Oh, also kindly, before your phone goes off, kindly subscribe on our channels, and we will appreciate. So we were talking about a cow that has found a way to use a tool. Yeah, you can imagine that, like a cow, yeah, using a broom to scratch herself. Like, she is itchy, and she goes, takes a broom, and then scratches herself, which is amazing and also very bizarre, right? So that is our 9th bizarre story. Oh, sorry, I said 9th. It's actually our 2nd. So these are the stories that I never read for you earlier on. Yeah, I'm really having a tough time with my internet over here, but I believe we will be all right. Yeah, let me try to move this a little, push this closer, yeah, so that we can continue. Yeah, it's really misbehaving, but I believe we are live. So that was our 2nd bizarre story, and then moving on to our 3rd bizarre story. It says tapeworm larvae found in a man's brain. Wow. Tapeworm larvae found in a man's brain. It says a 52-year-old man in US with a history of migraines was found to have tapeworm larvae in his brain during a scan. A case documented in the American Journal of Case Reports. So this guy has been experiencing headaches. Like headache after headache, headache after headache, headache after headache. So he went for a scan in the hospital. It's in the US. When he went for a scan, they found out that this guy has a, what we call, where's that story? Yeah, a tapeworm larvae in the brain. You can imagine that. Yeah. So my question is, how did it get there? Like, how did it get into the guy's brain? So they're saying that it is documented in the American Journal of Case Reports. Yeah. Wow. That is really, really shocking. A tapeworm. You know, tapeworms are normally in the stomach. So I do not really understand how the tapeworm larvae found itself went up the brain, or maybe where it passed. yeah, until it got to this man's brain. It's really shocking, very, very shocking. Yes, so that is our third bizarre story. And then moving on to our fourth bizarre story, it says, study links raw milk to infant death. Yeah, that is the title of that story. Study links raw milk to infant death. It says, health officials warned against drinking raw milk after a newborn baby's death was likely linked to mother consuming raw milk during pregnancy. So this infant over here, this baby, newborn baby actually, died because the mother drank raw milk. Yeah, we have somebody known as Pintu Kumar said, hi to Pintu, we appreciate that, thank you very much. So maybe if you happen to be pregnant, or maybe you have, hello, somebody known as Vanilla Cookie, hello to Vanilla, thank you very much for greeting me. So if maybe you are a mother, and then maybe somebody advises you, nowadays people normally give different views, opinions, or maybe suggestions. Somebody tells you like, you know what, you need a smooth skin, right? So if you need a smooth skin, what you'll do is you'll drink raw milk. You'll have a very flawless skin. You see the myths and misconceptions. So because you believed the person, maybe the person has a good skin, and then you believe that this guy usually drinks raw milk, maybe from a cow, or maybe from a goat, or how do you call a camel, or maybe a donkey. Do people milk donkeys? I don't think so. So maybe somebody lies to you. I'm good, thank you, Vanilla Cookie. Do you know turkey? Yeah, I do know turkey. Yeah, that is a question from Vanilla Cookie. So somebody advises you, like misleads you, like if you drink raw milk then you'll be fine. So this study says like this mother actually drank raw milk, and then, oh, thank you, Vanilla Cookie, I appreciate. I'm from a country known as Kenya in Africa. So say hello to the people from Turkey, and also kindly subscribe so that you support our channel. Yeah, you said now you're welcome, thank you very much. So you're a mother, you have a toddler, or maybe a very young baby, then somebody advises you like, for you to be more beautiful, or maybe to have a flawless skin, you're supposed to drink raw milk, and then you drink raw milk. So this study says that this raw milk can kill a baby, a baby that is suckling. So do not drink raw milk. If anybody advises you on maybe you're breastfeeding, then that milk will go into your system, and then it will come out as milk, and it will affect your baby. Your baby might die. So I can see Brenda asking here at the donkey, because I said some people milk donkey. Maybe no. Maybe donkey might kick you. Not might, actually. If you try to touch the, what do we call it? I do not think it's udder. Yeah, the udder of a donkey. If you try touching it, you'll be in trouble. I promise you'll be in trouble. I've never seen anybody milking a donkey. Maybe if you've seen one, then you can take a picture and send it to us so that we can believe, but not a picture from AI. And then Vanilla Cookie is telling me not to say that. Somebody known as Alejie, wow, your name is really hard. Alejie Chorizo. Okay, let me call you Chorizo. Said Father Domingo. Okay. Okay, Vanilla Cookie is saying is not donkey. Okay, I'm not really following Vanilla Cookie what you mean. I was actually giving an example of maybe do not try to milk a donkey. And then we have Pintu Kumar saying understand. Chorizo is saying look for it. The picture of somebody milking a donkey. Okay, I'll look for it maybe. If there is one, I'll try to find it. So that was our third bizarre story. Yeah, so moving on to the next, the fourth. The actually not the fourth, that was the fourth. No, that was the fourth. Now moving on to the fifth bizarre story. Yeah, you might be wondering why I'm really looking into that direction. I'm trying to refresh my internet so that at least I can access it. It's giving me a very rough time, but moving on. 150-year-old alcohol tested by experts. That is the title. And then it says an archaeological team in Utah, I believe, is in the US, unearthed a 150-year-old bottle of alcohol from an old saloon site. Experts who tested the contents described a fruity flavor. 150-year-old tested by experts. So this bottle over here is 150. Vanilla Cookie is asking, where are you from? I'm from Kenya. Vanilla Cookie, I'm from Kenya, which is in Africa. Yeah, and I'm also in the village, in a village known as Gusii. Yeah, that is where I am. I believe Vanilla Cookie have answered your question. So this bottle here is 150 years old, and they believe it contained alcohol, or maybe it was carrying. Yeah, yes, Vanilla Cookie, I'm from Kenya. Yeah, you're correct. That's right. So this bottle here was found in a saloon. They said saloon site. So after they found the bottle, they took it and went to at least run some tests, and they found that it was carrying alcohol, and then it had a fruity flavor. Yeah, there is a piece that I was reading, like alcohol was discovered. It was not even invented. It was discovered like around 60,000 years ago, if I'm not correct. So somebody can correct me if maybe my research is not correct. So alcohol was discovered like very many years ago, very many years ago. So that is our last bizarre story that I was supposed to read for you today evening, which we couldn't make it, or we couldn't finish because of various reasons. So this week actually, and I promised so tonight I was going to, it's 10:44. So tonight I promised you like I was going to at least find the bizarre stories that I've been reading for you throughout the week, so that today I can at least give you those. Oh, thank you, Vanilla Cookie. Vanilla Cookie is saying you have to go. All right. I hope you've subscribed, which will be a very good thing to us. So I promised you earlier on that I was to at least read the most shocking stories from my archives. Remember the whole week I've been reading for you these stories, and now it's time to at least revisit the ones that were really shocking. So there is one here that really shocked me. It's about abdominal pregnancy miracle.
Yes, maybe if you do not know what's an abdomen is the stomach. Yeah. So the title says abdominal pregnancy miracle. Yes, abdominal pregnancy miracle. It says doctors are celebrating a rare medical event where a baby was born after developing in the mother's abdomen rather than the uterus. An occurrence that happens in only 1 out of 30,000 pregnancies. Yeah, so this baby developed in the stomach instead of the uterus. And lucky enough, this baby actually was born healthy and the baby is fine. Yeah, the baby developed in the abdomen, around the stomach, where the stomach is actually. Yeah, instead of the uterus where they normally develop. So these doctors are really celebrating, like, this thing happens once in 30,000 pregnancies, or maybe it might not even happen. Yeah, so the doctors were really happy. The baby was born, even if the baby never developed in the place that it was supposed to develop. But good news is the baby is born healthy, very fine. So we hope the baby will grow and become somebody in the society, right? So that was the first, actually. This is when I began telling you bizarre stories, which was, I never wrote the date, but it was around this week actually. So on to our second bizarre story. It is the couch cuddling calf. This happened in Kentucky. Kentucky, I believe, is in the US. A family rescued a newborn calf found frozen in single-digit temperatures. After being warmed and fed, the calf spent the day napping on the couch with the family's children. Yeah, you see, this calf was actually outside, and as we said earlier when we began, there are continents or maybe countries that are experiencing winter. So during this time, there is a calf that was found outside in single digit temperatures. Like, when we speak of single digit, we are talking about from 0 or maybe -0 to around 9. The temperatures were not even 10. 0. There's somebody known as Anushka. Anushka said hi to Anushka. So this calf here was found outside in single digit temperatures. So this family came, found the calf, took it in, went, fed the calf, and then they put her, I'm not really sure if the calf was a he or a she. Then they put the calf on the couch, whereby the calf spent a whole day napping with the kids of this family. That is really beautiful. Yeah, I can even picture it in my mind, like, you've rescued a calf, you fed her, and the calf is sleeping next to your kids, which is really, really a very good picture. And thank you for that, family. You really did a great thing. Yeah, maybe some people could have just assumed, like, it's just a calf. Yeah, it will get used to the cold temperatures, but not knowing that those cold temperatures can even kill that calf, could have even killed maybe that calf. So this family, Anushka is asking, you from Nigeria? No, Anushka, I'm from Kenya. Yeah, though we share the continent with Nigeria. Anushka, your name sounds like you're from Asia. Are you? Okay, so that is our second bizarre story for this week, and then moving on to the third bizarre story. Yeah, I'm really, my internet here is really giving me headache. I'm trying to at least refresh it, but things are not really smiling on me from this other side.
Yeah, so we've taken like 30 minutes. This live, I'll actually end it at around, now we are at 10:50, 11 something. We'll end it at 11 something. Yeah, I believe I've answered Anushka. Anushka, I'm from Kenya, not Nigeria. Yeah. So that is our that is from the archives, actually, from the news that I gave this week. Yeah, a couch cuddling calf. It says in Kentucky, a family rescued a newborn calf from frozen in single-digit temperatures after being warmed and fed. The calf spent the days napping on the couch with the family's children. Yeah, that must have been beautiful, like wonderful, amazing. Yeah. And I hope and believe that that calf is fine by now. Maybe it has been returned to the owner where it came from. Yeah, those are our prayers. So, and then we have another bizarre story which really shocked me. It's saying radical longevity rituals. That is the title, and then it explains reports from the high-end wellness community detail extreme new trends, including individuals drawing blood at dinner tables in upscale hotels to test their biological age and seeking experimental gene therapies to achieve radical longevity. Maybe somebody might be asking, what is biological age? So biological age is measuring the rate of the body aging, that is biological age. And then radical longevity is a proactive anti-aging approach focused on extending both lifespan and youth span through lifestyle, nutrition, and environmental changes that to reverse aging, improve cognitive function, etc. Yeah. So radical longevity rituals. Reports from high and wellness community detail extreme nutrients, including individuals drawing blood at dinner tables in upscale hotels to test their biological age and seeking experimental gene therapies to achieve radical longevity. Pintu Kumar is asking, who is Indian? Pintu Kumar, I do not think, maybe no, nobody is saying you're Indian, bro. Nobody said that. Huh? Who is Indian? Okay, maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying. So these are people performing rituals like they want to increase their lifespan. Yeah, biological age. They do not want to age, and then they want to achieve radical longevity. Like they want to, it's like their plan is to live longer, like never to die. Yeah, they not want to die, they want to live longer. Yeah, so this is happening in upscale hotels. Yeah, I believe there's nobody who has really managed to live forever. Yeah, there's a man that used to say that I'll never die. And maybe I believe some of you might know him. He used to say like, I'll never die, I'm immortal. There's no way, there's nobody who can kill me, I cannot die. But that guy died a long time ago, so there's nobody who has actually achieved like to live forever, or maybe to increase. Mariam Elasal, hello to Mariam, how are you? Yeah, I think we were with you on our first stream today, so I appreciate, thank you very much for coming back. So what I was saying is, friend, There's nobody who has ever managed. Even the greatest scientists have never really managed. Mariam is saying, I'm good, thanks. Welcome, Mariam. And then Mariam is saying, I'm from Egypt. Yeah. So Egypt is not actually very far from Kenya. I think maybe by flight, somebody might take around 14, no, not 14, around 6, no, not 6. Maybe I'll confirm and tell you, Egypt is not really far. They are our brothers and sisters on the other side. So what we were saying, friend, is there's nobody who has ever managed to increase his lifespan, like, or maybe alter with his DNA or genetics, like in such a way that you cannot get old, you cannot age. Yeah, we will all age, even if maybe people go and do plastic surgeries on their faces. With time, your hands will not be as strong as you were maybe when you were young. They'll begin to get weak, and then your body will tend to fold, or maybe your legs will have no more. Oh, Mariam is saying my English is bad. Mariam, your English is good. I see you've written good English, so your English is not bad, it's good. So with the more you live, the more like your energy goes away. So these people here, they are doing rituals. Yeah, they are trying to live longer, like they do not want to die. So that is God's work for the people who believe in God. And also we have okay, there are people who do not believe, like there is a supreme being, maybe there is a creator. Yeah, we have people like the what do we call them, atheist. Yeah, I think we have such people. So they do not believe like there is somebody who is supreme, somebody who is maybe above or maybe great. Yeah, we Africans, a long time ago, we used to believe, like we used to worship under the shrines, like under a tree, and then we used to face the sun while praying, especially when maybe. Are you telling a story? Mariam is asking if I'm telling a story. Okay, Mariam, what I'm doing is we are talking about bizarre stories. Bizarre stories are stories that are really not that common. Yeah, stories, things that do not really happen like always. Like there are things out of, maybe, let's say, something out of, like, how do I put it? Yeah, bizarre stories are stories that normally are really scaring, at times scaring, or maybe something that maybe you've never heard. So that is what we are talking about, Mariam, bizarre stories. So what I was saying is, Africans, a long time ago, our ancestors, they used to worship under a tree, and then they used to face the sun. So let's say this is the sun I'm facing, then I pray facing the sun. Like maybe when a newborn was born, the mother will take the baby on her arms and then face the sun, and then put one hand on her breast, press it, then milk would come out. So when the milk came out, she used to say, "Bless for me my child," or "Bless this kid for me," while facing the sun. So that is how they used to do, like those were their beliefs. So with the time, as time has gone by, we've come to realize, like, it's not a must when you pray you face the sun. You can pray in any corner of your house. You can just find a good place, a quiet place, maybe go down on your knees, yes, or bend down, or stand up, or maybe sit down and pray. You see, so people no longer do that, like face the sun, then press their breast, milk comes out, then say, "God bless my child." So people are no longer doing that. Yeah, so we say as time goes by, as things change, like they slowly by slowly, it's like some traditions are being forgotten, or maybe they're being like people are moving on from the traditions. Yeah, like for example, maybe at times, um somebody is saying, Mariam, saying, yes, I know this, it's before Islam. I think you're asking a question. I know this, it's before Islam. I'm not really following, Mariam. If maybe you are talking about the story that I was giving, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, this actually happened, here Africans, even before the what we call the religion. Like when I'm talking about religion, I'm talking about Christianity and Islamic. Yeah, this is what Africans used to do. Most Africans, like, they used to face the sun and then pray. In the past, people did that before Islam. Yes, Mariam, correct. So that used to happen in the past, but now with the time, people have moved away from that. Yeah. And also what I wanted to talk about was about the thing that is maybe at mostly it's not practiced, like it's no longer, some communities do practice it. I'm speaking about female genital mutilation. Yeah, there are some communities that still perform those, and there are people who are really against them, you see. So with the time, that used to happen a lot in the past. Even my community here where I am, they used to do such, like they used to circumcise ladies, you see. And then with the time, people are no longer practicing that. Even the government of Kenya, if you are found practicing that, that is a crime. You'll be jailed, you'll go to prison, you see. So things are changing. Yeah, so Mariam, you're correct. And then that was our third bizarre story. Moving on to the fourth bizarre story. It's saying the headless chicken. That is the title, the heading, and it says, in 1945, a chicken named Mike survived for 2 years after his head was chopped off. Yes, you heard me correct. Survived for 2 years after the head was chopped off, because the axe missed jugular vein and left most of his brain stem intact. Mike continued to walk and breathe, becoming a national touring sensation. Yeah, maybe somebody might be wondering, like, what is a jugular vein? A jugular vein is a major vessels in the neck, around the neck, specifically the internal and external jugulars that drain deoxygenated blood from the head, brain, and face, directing it toward the superior vena cava and heart. So deoxygenated blood is blood without oxygen. Deoxygenated blood. So this headless chicken, we normally, like where I come from, we normally slaughter chicken during holiday, December holidays. That's the time. Okay, in between here we do slaughter, but mostly we slaughter chicken during the festive season, that is December, around date 24, 25, around there. That is when most of us slaughter chicken. Okay, some of us, not most. Nowadays you can go into a restaurant and ask for chicken, or maybe order chicken, you eat. But here it's not the same. Here in the village, there's no restaurant, there's no hotel whereby you can walk in and order for maybe chicken and eat. So this Mike, the headless chicken, Mike, was being slaughtered. Now let's assume it's in our village. So I'm supposed to go and slaughter the chicken. Mike slaughter the chicken was known as Mike. So I'm supposed to go and slaughter her so that we can eat her for Christmas. Yeah. And then while trying to, they were using an axe, while trying to cut the head off, the chicken escaped. And then the veins, the jugular vein that is normally in charge of transporting what we call blood to the brainstem, was not cut. So this chicken survived for 2 more years. Remember, the chicken was supposed to be slaughtered and eaten. Yeah, that same day. But a miracle happened to it. Like, it escaped, and then it lived for the neck was almost like, you see, it's like the neck was cut halfway. It was cut halfway. I'm talking about a chicken, not a person. So this chicken's head was like the neck. Now we are talking about the neck. The neck was cut halfway, but fortunately for this chicken, the jugular vein wasn't touched. It remained intact and the chicken escaped. So it went on to live for 2 years. So that is a very long time for a chicken to live. 2 years is a very long time. So, and then finally she passed on. Yeah, and that was the end of that chicken. So, finishing with our our last bizarre story. It says the dancing plague of 1518. 1518 is a very long time ago. 1518. Yeah, you can imagine. Hundreds, now it explains the dancing plague of 1518, and then it says hundreds of people in Strasbourg. Strasbourg is found in France. Yeah, yes, Strasbourg. Hundreds of people in Strasbourg spontaneously danced for days and weeks without rest. Wow. Some reportedly died of exhaustion or heart attacks during this episode of mass hysteria. Imagine people dancing for weeks, for days and weeks. If maybe I stand up and begin dancing, I'll dance for a few minutes. I cannot even dance for an hour. I'll pass out, like fall down and pass out. Yeah. So these people, excuse me, during this plague, people danced for days. Yeah, not even hours, days and weeks. Yeah, it's saying the dancing plague of 1518, though it's a very long time ago. 1518, I do not believe if there is a person who was alive then who's still alive today. 1518 was a very, very long time ago. So these people, this was a plague. Yeah, like it's like in the Bible, for the people who read Bible, or maybe I believe also maybe Quran has such, whereby Moses wanted to go with the Musa, wanted to go with the Israelites from Egypt, and then the King Pharaoh was saying no, Israelites are not leaving Egypt. If they leave Egypt, who will work for us? So there are plagues that came, yeah, with the stubbornness of Pharaoh, King Pharaoh. There are plagues that came. So for the people who read the Bible, I believe you know the plagues. They were 10 or 11. I've really forgotten the actual number. But now these are away from that. Now this is a dancing plague. Yeah, it's like a spirit. It came into people, and people began dancing, jumping all over, jumping, dancing, for weeks and for days and weeks. So this is very, very uncommon. Yeah, so that happened in Strasbourg, France. Yeah, it was a very long time ago, 1518. Okay, Mariam Esal is saying, I know a lot of things and stories about pre-Islamic era. Yeah, Mariam, kindly you can share that and we will be very grateful. You can share and then I'll read. And then she said, deoxygenated blood is the blood in the right part of the heart. The right part, this is my right part. Maybe if you're watching, this might be your right part, but for me, this is the right part. So Mariam is telling us, deoxygenated blood is the blood in the right part of the heart. Thank you very much, Mariam, for that information. And then we have Afnan. Afnan is saying hi to Afnan. Thank you very much for that. So we were talking about a dancing plague in 1518 in France. Yeah, so some people never even went to sleep. It's like other people never even ate. You cannot eat while dancing. Yeah. Afnan is asking, where are you, bro? Oh, Afnan, I'm in Kenya, a country known as Kenya in Africa. So if you are dancing, then probably there is no way you will be eating, right? So these people were dancing. Even some got to an area whereby they're saying some reportedly died of exhaustion or heart attacks during the episode of mass hysteria. So you dance until you pass out. Yeah, after you pass out, you either die or you get an heart attack. There are heart attacks that can kill you. Yeah, there are heart attacks maybe that are not so extreme. Maybe you'll survive, but people here died. So a lot of people. So friend, those were the most shocking stories, like bizarre stories that I covered this week. Or maybe if I can find one to just top on those that I've told you. Yeah, there is another one here which really shocked me. It's saying the grandma's axe. Now listen to this. A teenager once broke into a police station with an axe to demand drugs money. After fleeing, he returned the next morning while the police chief was giving a live TV interview. Why did he come back? To ask for his grandma's axe back. So this is a teenager is normally from the age of 13 to 19. So this is a kid or maybe a child in between the age of 13 to 19. So this kid broke into a police station. We all know what happens in a police station. Like everybody fears a police station. There's nobody who will walk into a police station like confidently. Maybe, okay, you can walk there, but with a reason. You cannot just go into a police station and then you demand like drugs money. Yeah. So this kid here was caught with the drugs, and then these drugs were confiscated alongside the money that maybe he had made. So this kid sat somewhere, thought about it and said, no, these policemen are never going to get away with my money. Afnan is saying it's shocking. Yeah, it's really shocking. So this kid comes with an axe to a police station and says, I want my money back. The money that you took from me, I want it back. Yeah, with an axe. So he was threatening. So after he got this money, he fled, like he ran away. I do not really understand why they gave him the money back, but he was given the money back and he fled. He went away. Remember, he came with an axe to a police station demanding his money back, drug money back. So after he got the money, he fled, like he ran away. He escaped and ran away. So after he went, maybe he got home and realized, oh, I forgot the axe that I went with, or that I carried along to the police station. What will I do? He came the following morning and demanded the grandma's axe. Like, the axe that I came with wasn't mine. So it's like, now it's me. I'm coming back to the police station. Yesterday I was there, and then I demanded drugs money. They gave me the money. I ran away. So the following morning, I'm coming back, and I am requesting, actually, he came to ask for the axe. Like, I was here yesterday, last night, and then I forgot an axe here. Remember, he made a scene. Okay, I can see a loudspeaker. Loudspeaker is saying, I'm Indian singer. Okay, loudspeaker, I've got your message. What you'll do is write for me the channel of your name, kindly. Yesterday I tried to look for loudspeaker 24HR, but I couldn't find any music or maybe any channel that is called loudspeaker. So I couldn't find that channel. So kindly write for me the name of your channel. I'll subscribe. Also, I believe the people who are watching this are going to support you, loudspeaker. Kindly do that. You've really sent me very many messages saying the same thing. We will support you, bro. Have no worry. So this kid here comes into a police station with an axe, demands drugs money. He gets the money. Unfortunately, or fortunately, he forgot the axe back. So he went and came back the following morning when the police chief was giving an interview live on TV and said, this guy said, I forgot my axe here last night, so I want it. Give it to me. Give it back to me. Yeah, that is really shocking. So, a loudspeaker, you're really spamming our wall here. You're saying, check my song, check my song, check my song, check my song, but you're not really saying, give me the name of the song. Maybe write for us the name of your song, which will make it at least easier for us to get it right. So kindly, loudspeaker, send us. I'll look for that song immediately. Just type the name of the song over there. I'm waiting for it right away so that we can subscribe and also support you. Yeah, the name of your song, loudspeaker. I'm waiting for it. Oh, I'd actually forgotten one story. I was supposed to give you 6 stories. My apology for that. So there is a 6th story here, which is saying the mystery handprint. Now listen to this. A man who lived alone for 2 years found a distinct wet handprint on his bathroom mirror after his girlfriend finished showering. Now here is the funny thing. Neither of their hands matched the size or shape of the print. A mystery handprint. A man who lived alone for 2 years found a distinct wet handprint on his bathroom mirror after his girlfriend had finished showering. Neither of their hands matched the size or shape of the print. You tell me if maybe you can. Let's speak here. Come on. What are you doing? You see? As speaker, you're really spamming our wall here. You're not telling us the name of your song. There's no way we can find out if you don't tell us the name of your song. Kindly, You're saying, play my song, play my song, play my song. It's like you're singing, check my song, check my song, check my song, check my song. I'm Indian singer, I'm Indian singer, Indian singer. But you're not really telling us. Type the name of your song so that we can search for it. So what I was saying is, the mystery handprint. A man who lived alone for 2 years found a distinct wet handprint on his bathroom mirror after his girlfriend finished showering. Neither of their hands matched the size or shape of the print. Yeah? That is really shocking. Like, if it were me, I've been living alone for the past 2 years. Then I invite my girlfriend to my house. She goes to shower. She finishes showering. And then while coming into the bathroom, maybe I want to also come in and shower, I'll find a handprint. Yeah? A wet, actually, handprint on the mirror that is in the bathroom. So I call my girlfriend, hey, come here. Did you touch the mirror? She says no. Then I do not believe her. I call her, tell her, come, show me your hand. She shows me her hand, maybe puts it closer or close to the print that is on the mirror. They're not the same. I try mine. I'm actually very sure it's not mine, but because we are only two and maybe I've been living alone, I try mine. It's not the one. It's not fitting. Personally, maybe I'll check out immediately. Like, I'll not even spend the night in that house. I'll not. Yeah? Like, there is a handprint on the mirror in the bathroom. Neither of your hand or your girlfriend's. There's a handprint just on the mirror. When you check your girlfriend's hand, it's not matching. When you look at your arm, you're even sure like it's not you who touched. Maybe it was your first time going into the bathroom. Maybe you are going to shower, so you've not actually touched water. And then when you try to fit the hand, it's not fitting. Loudspeaker, which song are you talking about? Yeah? Loudspeaker is telling me your story stop. I'm not really understanding. Loudspeaker, is your song on YouTube? Yeah, have you maybe uploaded your song to YouTube? Because I tried to check out your channel, I couldn't find it. So maybe if you uploaded your song to YouTube. And also, YouTube has rules. You see, I cannot play a song here live. You might have maybe copyrighted it, and maybe I play it, then they penalized. Like, why am I playing somebody else's song? You see, there are rules. So I cannot just bring your song and play it. Yeah, here on the wall you can ask me to play it, and then you go and put a complaint saying that I played your song without your knowledge. So that will actually land me in trouble, you see. So I cannot play your song here live. Yeah, you're even telling me your story stop. Yeah, you want me to stop saying my stories and play your song. Yeah, that is a loudspeaker, no copyright. Okay, give me the song. You've said it has no copyright. Give me the song. What is the name? Yeah, type the name of your song. If you've said it has no copyright, type the name. I'm waiting for it. Yeah? It's saying M. Let me write it down. It's saying M over sim can. Okay, loudspeaker, I'll try to find your song. You might tell me that you have no copyright. I might believe that to some extent, but I'll confirm on my own. You normally come across my channel whenever I'm streaming. So after I confirm about the copyright issues and everything, I promise you we will play your song. Yeah, we will play your song. But for now, right now we cannot play it. Even my internet is actually misbehaving. Yeah, I've tried to refresh it a few times. It's not responding. So it will also be hard for me to play your song because I'm live and there's no way I can pause this live, go look for your song. Actually, I'm using a phone to live stream this. So I believe you understand my situation. Excuse me. So it's really tight, bro. But during our next, yeah, you're saying please play. Yeah, my internet is really misbehaving. I'm not lying, actually. My internet is not responding. It's really hell here. Let me show you. Maybe you can. You see this? Yeah, it's not responding. Same here. You see? It's not responding. You see? If I try to refresh it, this is what it does. Like it's not working. The same on this other side. Yeah. So that is the reason as to why I'm telling you my internet is really in a mess. I could have played it. You're saying I'm Indian, proud of brother. And then you're saying loudspeaker 24HR search. I'll search you. I've even written the name of your song down. Let me write also your channel's name so that I can try to find you when my internet comes back to life. I believe for now it's somewhere between, maybe not alive. I do not really know where it went to, but we will try to find it. Loudspeaker, yeah, have no worries. Do not worry. We will try to find your song and maybe play it some other time. So friend, I've really enjoyed talking to you for the past. Yes, loudspeaker, my net is slow. It's not even working. I've really tried to refresh it for a very long time, but there are no fruits. Nothing is working actually, completely. I think I've showed you. It's really letting me down. Very bad. My YouTube channel, add please. Yeah, I'll subscribe to your channel, loudspeaker. Have no worry about that. As soon as I find it, I'll subscribe immediately. Yeah. So our internet is down. Not working at all. I'm even wondering how come the phone is streaming. You see? It's really not working at all. Yeah. You're saying screen per my channel show please. I think you mean subscribe. I'll subscribe for real. No lie. I'll subscribe to your channel. Yeah, my internet is still not working. Yeah. Not at all. Not even a single. I cannot even find a single video. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Yeah. I'll support you. Loudspeaker, I'll support you. Trust you me, I'll support you. As soon as my internet is back. You said your song is M. Vasim Khan. That is the name of your song. And then you said your YouTube channel is Loudspeaker 24 HR. Yeah? And then you told me to search that. I'll do it. I promise you. And with actually your spirit, I believe that you'll go very far. Yeah, you're really pushing it. Yeah, that is the spirit. Like you have to push and push and push and push. Continue pushing. Yeah, you're really determined. I like your spirit. That is cool. That is great. So it's 11:31. We said that we were to end our live stream at 11 something. So we've been here for the past 1 hour and about 12 minutes. Yeah. So the thing that really let us down today is our net. Yeah, it has really messed us. Yeah, the net is really slow. It's not even working. I'm even wondering how come I can see a messages over here and I cannot access the internet on the other side, but that is life. That happens, and we cannot really. Yeah, I can see somebody saying, oh yeah, Loudspeaker, you're saying India. In India the net is fast. That is great. Somebody called Mebthi Tesfi said hello to Tesfi. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the internet is really. Yeah, my internet is actually. It looks like it's coming back, so I'll look for your song. Yeah, and I believe maybe you have a video. It's a video. I'll search for it. Yeah, the area that I'm in is a very remote area, deep in the woods, very far away from town. So that is the reason as to why our internet at times it's really shaky. Yeah, it's not stable. Yeah, like right now I thought maybe it had come back, but again it's not. It's really slow. It's taking ages to load. Like, have you seen an old donkey? Or maybe an old elephant? The way it walks. That is how the internet is behaving. Like an old elephant. It's not even moving. Just strolling. It's not even moving. You see? Yeah. I'm trying to loudspeaker. I'm really trying my best here. Yeah. It's not really responding. Trust me. It's not. So friend, I actually want to end this live. I believe that we've talked enough, we've said enough. We've actually said a lot, and there is no room to add. So what I'll do is, before we close our live, or we end our live, yeah, it's really bad loudspeaker, but we can always try another time, do not give up. We can try another time. So if today it's not working, there is always a next time. Yeah, maybe if today it's not working, there is always a next time. Do not give up. Yeah, as long as you're breathing, never ever give up. This is to brother loudspeaker. Yeah, never give up. The internet might not work today, but maybe come tomorrow it might be fine, and we will search for your song. All right, it's not working at all. Very unfortunate. This is to our brother loudspeaker. So maybe what I'll do is I'll read your messages before we end this stream. Yeah, so we had somebody who was known as Attila Boros said, are you serious, bro? And then said hi. We have Brenda. You said your place blessed, not like us, no rain from January to January. Brenda, pray hard. And then we have Eloise Dan said hi. We have Little Foxy said hi. We have Eloise Dan said, God bless you. My battery is low. We apologize for that. Sorry for that. We have Pintu Kumar said hi. We have Vanilla Cookie said hello. How are you? Do you know Turkey? I think we had a very short conversation over here. And then he told me that they come from Turkish. And then Pintu Kumar said, I'm from India. And then Vanilla Cookie said, sometimes I can't understand it because I do not know much English. I'm sorry. Then Brenda Wanariri said, donkey. I believe this is why I told you donkeys. There are people who milk donkeys. And then he said, no way. I remember that. And then we had a very short conversation with Vanilla Cookie. And then Alejuego Chorizo said Father Domingo. Okay, I do not really know what that means for real. And then Vanilla Cookie. Then we had Anushka said hi. They asked me if I'm from Nigeria. And then we have somebody, Mariam Elasal. Mariam Elasal, we've been having a long conversation over there. And then we have somebody known as Afnan said hi, where you from? And then now we have a loudspeaker. You really spammed our wall. Yeah, you said a lot of things, like you repeated things. And then we have Mebrit Tepsi, you put a thumbs up over there, loudspeaker. Yeah, Good life, good life, good life. Okay, thank you very much, Pin. Also kindly subscribe. Yeah, you comment, you subscribe, and then we grow, right? So I'll try to find the song that Loudspeaker told me. M. Vasim Khan. Yeah, I'm trying to search for it. M. Vasim Khan. There are really a lot of channels here, so I do not really know which one belongs to you, Loudspeaker. If maybe you're still there. M. Vasim Khan. Yeah. Which one is yours? I've not really found like your particular song. And then, okay, maybe if I try to look for your channel is Loudspeaker 24HR. Okay, Loudspeaker 24HR. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Hi to Music Gallery. Says 7 saying hello to C7. Thank you. Kindly subscribe over there. Support us by subscribing. Yeah. Okay, I think Loudspeaker, you maybe stepped out. So I'm really trying to maybe support you here, but I do not know what I do not know which way. Yeah. So I'm stuck. Yeah. Unless you come back and maybe tell us which channel belongs to you. I've really found so many channels about this song. So friend, what I'll do is I'll end this video here. It's 11:43 p.m. here in Kenya. I could have really wanted to be long enough, but there is a video that I'm working on. I want to upload it before tomorrow, and you know how YouTube videos go. They take a long time before they upload. So that is what I'm planning to work on. So thank you very much for being part of this amazing live link. So we'll be doing this actually every Friday night. Every Friday night we will be meeting here to at least talk about the bizarre stories that have been happening throughout the week. So on Friday we'll go through those that really shocked. You know, there are those that really are really extreme and those that are not extreme. So we'll talk about everything on Fridays. So remember, this is the place to be on Fridays from around 10:30 p.m. till late. Yeah, this is the place to be. Do not forget that. Yeah, so for now it's a bye. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, stay safe, remember to keep peace always. Yes, so see you tomorrow.